Hi there, Aquarius. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I am doing your February 2020 tarot reading, so thanks for joining me. Let's see what's going on. Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a really interesting card. It's about enlightenment. Oh, justice. Wow. Starting off with some big guns. Seven of Swords. This little sneak's been showing up lately. Oops. Two of Pentacles. That's a card of getting caught up in the day-to-day grind, basically. Nine of Swords. Oh, someone's stressing you out. It's probably this little sneak over here, the Seven of Swords. A little bit of Five of Wands. This is just not working together. Only takes one person. That has to be difficult. Seven of Pentacles. Being patient. I wanted that one. Strength card. Beautiful. Oh. That's good. And the Tower. And the Aquarius. What's going on here? Don't worry, there's a happy ending. Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is a card about grieving, and there's all sorts of things we can grieve. Anything we have to let go of, we can grieve. This can sound very superficial, but I loved where I lived. I live now in the town I grew up in, but for 10 years I lived a couple hours away in the same state, but a couple hours away in a town of 628 people, I believe. And I loved it. I mean, I loved it. I lived up in the hills in this dirt road, and I just loved it. I still grieve. Like daily, I say I miss, like I miss living there, and I miss that place. So we can grieve not just the ending of a relationship, but really anything that we had an emotional attachment to. And it's interesting, with this card to me is the daily grind. It's the get up, do your routine, get out the door, get the kids out the door, get to work, come home, try to work out if you can, get the dishes done, get the laundry done, bring the trash, just the go grocery shopping, the things. And we can get in this routine and we get a little resigned and numb to it, I think. But there's so much more. Look, there's literally a party going on over here. And it's kind of like if we put our mind to focusing on, oh, I hate working, I hate the grind, I hate getting up and to get up and go to the job I don't really like. And if that's what we focus on, that's what we're going to focus on, and it's going to be a struggle. But if we can make sure that we have balance in our life and carve out time for ourselves and let go of some of the things. Maybe the dishes don't get done one night and you go for a nice long walk or have a family game night or whatever. Fill in the blank. You can start turning this around. So you're grateful for the things that you do have, and you carve out time to do the things that are important to you. And that is all about bringing balance into your life. Sometimes we have it in our head from childhood or school or society or whatever, excuse me, that things have to be a certain way. And that can throw things really out of balance because we don't value our free time and our creative side and our um, pleasurable things as much as working, cleaning, checking boxes off, and you know what I mean? Are you on the board of this and that? And it's just gets to be a bit much. But something is turning your world upside down this month. I'm just going to say it but it's all going to be about how you look at it. So something has you up worrying in the middle of the night. When this happens, I like to, if it's something about work, I send myself an email to my work email, and then I know it's there first thing in the morning, and I won't forget about it. So that tends to help me if my mind's racing about something at work. And if it's racing about someone that really hurt me or did me wrong, or that is frustrating the fuck out of me at work, like this, like an annoying coworker. And it only takes one that to be really toxic and ruin sort of the whole environment. Maybe you feel someone wronged you, someone cheated on you, someone lied to you, is to write it out. Have a journal by your bed and write it out and just get it out. Don't send it to the person because that's rarely helpful, but that would allow me to kind of to go back to sleep. You may just be putting your foot down about some situation like that, and to other people it can seem like you're blowing up your life. I know when I got divorced, he was very skilled at keeping his anger hidden and only brought it out for me. Lucky me. So people were just like, "What are you doing? You have a kid. You're blowing up your life. Why would you be doing this?" And I was a shell of a person at that point because I'd been walking on eggshells and bearing the brunt of this anger that no one saw. So it made me look like the crazy one. But sometimes you just have to be strong and know you're doing the right thing for yourself. I also feel like maybe you're doing everything in a situation, everything's falling on you. But this is the strength to know that you're doing the right thing and you're doing it for yourself. I just saw 808, which is really cool with when I was saying that with the strength card being 8. It's interesting. In the background, see this tower that it's almost like that in the background. Yep, that happened and I have to move on. I shook that foundation and it was faulty. It wasn't going to last. And I could see that. So why would I go years more with something that I knew was not sustainable? And you had put the time in. You had been patient in this situation. It wasn't like you just one thing happened and you were out. You tried and tried, and we can only control ourselves, right? And this is an interesting card because it's hard to know how much time to put in and when to walk away. That's a song, isn't it? Is that like Kenny Rogers? The Gambler? Maybe someone was gambling your money away. That's a big thing in relationships. If someone's irresponsible with money or super tight with their money, and if basically you're ever going to do anything, it's going to have to come from you because they're so tight with their money. It's going to be, let's pull a few more cards because I feel like ending on the Tower. Do I want to pull this one? Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. You become the boss. And so you may literally become the boss. but you are 100% able to handle everything and manage everything because you already are. You know what I'm saying? You already are doing everything. And so it's kind of like it becomes, at work, this happens all the time. There's the one person that just won't take the initiative to learn. So you try to teach them something new, and you pretty much have to be a puppeteer behind them. Is that what they're called? Typing for them because they just don't take the initiative to really learn, to get in there and try to figure it out. So you just end up doing it by yourself. But it's annoying that they're even there. So if they're gone though and you have to do it by yourself, you're like fine with it because you're they're not there and you're thinking they should be doing this. Does that make any sense? I don't know if this is going to connect with anyone, but definitely apply for managerial positions when she comes up. But she applies for a mortgage herself or rents her apartment herself. She can get her own car. She can mow her own lawn. She can do her own laundry. And if she can't do something, she can hire someone that can because she's good with her money and a good manager and steward. And grounded. Super grounding energy coming in for you. So I kind of have a feeling around the beginning of the month for you guys, Aquarius. And you do have that Aquarian new moon on the 23rd for new beginnings. That there is going to be usually this tower situation is not something crazy. It's usually, I find, something very, very subtle. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's what the fuck am I doing up worrying about this anymore? Like, worrying I need to stop this and take action. This is not a balanced situation. It could be over here that someone on this side of the spread with this justice card, that someone does come in finally and steps up if it's like a work situation and deals with it. But for most of you, I really feel that you all of a sudden get this shift in perspective, this straw that breaks the camel's back, and realize you need to make some changes. Because this is the center of your reading. It's touching almost every card. This is not acceptable. And that you are strong enough to get through it. And not only get through it, but thrive. Let's take a few romance cards. The moon card. So the full moon is in Leo on February 9th. So that could be a timing issue for you. The moon card is, if you're outside when the moon's out and it's dark out, things make weird shadows, things just don't seem quite right. So you may be feeling things aren't quite right. Here's this King of Cups, a water sign. Those people in their upright are very emotionally intelligent and can express their feelings and such, but are not ruled by them. But in their reverse, here's the Tower again. So it is showing up in the relationship section. Wow. In the reverse, though, these water signs can be very emotionally manipulative, and it can be tough to extradite. Using all these big words, and it's much too early in the morning. They can really it's a mind fuck. They can really make you think it's you. And he fell right under this Tower card. So Nine of Wands. This card, just looking at the picture, I just love this connection these two have. They're really focused on each other and communicating and in touch with each other, I guess figuratively and literally. It's interesting. I just noticed he almost has his hand on her stomach, like you would if you've. I mean, it's probably just that, but like sometimes if you tell someone you're pregnant. Yeah, so it's time. It's time to. And sometimes these changes, though, these tower changes, are just. I'm. I have a friend who was just. I applied to a job and I'm moving to Memphis. She had never lived outside of Vermont, and she did it. And I know her family was didn't want her to go, and it was from a they were going to miss her. Was kind of like had trouble understanding what they were doing and felt like she was sort of blowing up her life, but she just wanted to change, you know. Um, so the tower situation can also be something that other people just don't understand. Um, so you have to be really strong in yourself to know that this is what's right for you. All right, Aquarius, I hope you have a great month, and I will see you at the next video. Take care.